Me! I'm the one out here putting the work in behind the scenes trying to save crypto while these devils really ruin it. This is not about money for me. I hope you guys understand this. I'm here fighting for you. You. It's me. This guy, with these freaking glasses on, this douchebag, is out here trying to tell you that only the suits know what to do. Only the suits. Only the people who have all the money, they're the ones who can determine what happens. No, our bill is for the people. And you're gonna find this out. I don't represent the people, the fuck I don't. The fuck I don't. I'm the one out here putting the work in behind the scenes trying to save crypto while these devils, they're trying to permanently ruin it.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.
Woo! Welcome to Women Take Crypto, or BitBoy Takes Crypto. Ladies, how you going? We got Hodpro, we got Lindsay, we got Rose, we got Sammy. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us. Good to see everyone.
Oh, that clip was fire. Did you guys catch the real fight? Did you see it?
I did. Oh yeah, I've been watching the Karate Combat fights since last June.
Oh, really? Been into it.
They launched.
Love it.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's been around since 2016, and then when they moved over to Hedera Hashgraph and started their own token, that's when the crypto world picked it up. So we've been following them for quite some time. It's so fun though. Like if you watch them live, and it's up only gaming, so you can't lose. If you open up a wallet, they send you 88 tokens, and you can bet those tokens. You get those tokens back, and plus more if your fighter wins. But if your fighter loses, you still get your tokens back. So you can build a little stack from there. And I shared that with Sammy a while ago. That is a little sneaky way that I build up my hex bag. I showed her. I was able to get a T-share from my fight picks. So
really
Nice.
Jeez. Are you able to put that? Is there like a link you can put in the chat there?
yeah, I'll type.
Sweet.
Yep.
I do like watching fighting sometimes, but sometimes I get a bit girly with it, and I'm like, ooh,
You're just a doctor, Buzz. You just want to stitch them up.
I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, do that. That's fine. What are you doing that one? No, don't do that one. That was I just want to say, like, BitBoy, he fought like an absolute like champ. I was not expecting that. Like, I honestly wasn't. And like, yeah, it was like a bit like, it was like passionate, like he just gave it everything. And I just loved it.
Oh, he was gassed. You could totally tell, but he definitely was throwing some haymakers. If Sonic Obana Inu man had like 1 ounce of karate in him, he would have just put up a block and like boop boop right to Ben's. Not that I'm a karate expert or anything. I just watch it on TV.
But you pretend that we are.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel ninja like. It's awesome.
We're on stream. We can just pretend.
They're really fun though, the events. Like you
I had to work in
this.
Family. Oh, for sure. And because
like
we are trying to teach our daughter some stuff, which is important, right? So yeah, like I had to work in this hospital once, and it was just known to be a bit more scrappy than other hospitals. And I was like, oh, I'm not feeling great about this. So I did like 10 lessons with this like martial arts dude. And it was actually like pretty cool because he just taught me like really cool stuff, like putting your hands up, and then like you don't have to like punch people with your fist closed because then you'll break your bones in your hand, right? And we all need our hands. So you can just do it with like open fists and like the palm of your hand rather than just like, because like I don't want to break my hand, and I don't want to break my nose either. And so like, and then the other thing that he said is like you can take out someone's knee, and like because now I'm a karate expert, right? And like what you do is you like, anyway, I don't know why we're talking about this, and we will get to crypto, but you come down onto like you get your knee right, and you like, so say you're gonna like kind of like frog leg, like how you get your knee out to the side, like my arm's kind of doing like that, and you like come down on top of their knee, and then you can push their knee back. Anyway, if you take out the knee, Rose is back. Then yeah. Anyway, we won't go down that line. But any other fighting tips that you girls want to give out, like while we're on the
Make them sing. Solar plex, instep, knee, groin.
Oh, that's a lot. I would be like, that's like when you take a tequila shot and you're like, lit, see, okay, I've got it. We're going to talk crypto, ladies. I haven't slept much, so I'm going to try not to like totally just derail us today. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the BTC pump. BTC, like I just want to say congratulations to BTC holders. I'm not one of those people. I wish I was sometimes. But yeah, it's like guys, it's been like so in January, I think price was around 16,000 and now price is like 60 plus thousand. And it's just like there's no chill, right? Like it's just like it just seems to be relentless. But I have my concerns. One of the things that I'm concerned about, and I'm not concerned with trolling here, although I am, is that it was pumping and it is still pumping. But then there was this moment where there was a slight pullback, which is natural, right? Like you can't just keep pumping like that. And then Coinbase turned off their swaps. And in that moment, the market cap of BTC in 15 minutes, it dropped an extraordinary amount in that 15 minutes. And I asked Grok about this, my new source of information. I'm just going to read what Grok said. So I said, why did Coinbase swap go down? Is it SEC regulation related? Like why? And it said, it seems that Coinbase recent outage may have been related to a large surge of traffic, according to their official statement. However, some people are skeptical of this explanation and believe there might be other factors at play. The outage caused a 9% drop in Bitcoin's market cap value in just 15 minutes and led to a 5% fall of Coinbase's stock price. Like, what in the hell? Like Coinbase, like the biggest exchange in America, goes down when there's a slight correction in BTC, causing a massive like dip just in 15 minutes. And then everything's back to normal. And then the price of Bitcoins keeps rising. Like that's some market manipulation shit right there. Like something as big as Coinbase going down. And it wasn't just Coinbase, it was in sync with other exchanges at the exact same time. Like that's not Coinbase having a problem. That's a coordinated. They're just.
But wouldn't a lot of them be pulling their shit from Coinbase anyway? You know, like a lot of like CoinSpot, I think, pulls their stuff from Binance. Like, wouldn't that? Do you mean like because they all went down because they all get their stuff from Coinbase?
I think, yeah, possibly that could be an explanation that they're linked together. But I mean, the concerning thing is like it feels to me like what was happening was like almost like a glimpse into the future. Like we're going to talk about where I'm going to ask you ladies where you think the BTC price is going. Hey, Georgia, how you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry.
Georgia.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm late, ladies. I wanted to be here. I was trying to rush.
Oh, I know that feeling. It's like when you're trying to get
to
into the car and you're going from A to B, and it's hard.
Thank you so much, class, for it. For me, it's like press a button to disconnect and connect. But thank you so much for your invitation. I love coming to your streams and obviously being here with these amazing ladies. Hey, ladies.
We love having you as well. We were just talking about the BTC price action and how Coinbase swap basically got shut down just for a period of time.
Oh, what a coincidence. It happens every time there's something going on. Oh my goodness.
Oh, we just had this technical glitch. So like there's a lot of people, and I want to ask you ladies about this, right, that are saying it seems to me like BTC's pumping a bit hard too soon. And like some people are saying, oh, there's going to be a double top, there's going to be a triple top, there's going to be this, there's going to be that. It just seems like there's a little bit of, for want of a better word, fuckery going on there. What are you ladies like? What's your thoughts on this?
I agree. Even Somi said the ETFs are going to do a massive fake out, maybe up to 80 grand. Then we're going to see it drop, and then that will create the double top and see the all-time high. That's only what Somi said. That's what I reckon will happen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm worried about after the halving. I think there's going to be a massive fallout. If I was a BTC holder, which I'm not, I'd be taking profits because I just think it's going to be a massive dump after the halving for them.
What if it was a weird wash loss move, right? Because taxes are due in the U.S. Let's just drop this real quick and wash loss and buy it back. Like, all right, probably all in the same Telegram group. Like, all right, you XRP nerd, you BTC maxi, and you RH maximalist. Let's just drop it for a second, sell, and we'll buy back in. It'll go back up, and that way we can do a wash loss.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just
I mean, they're
thinking.
playing those games, but like if they play those games like too often, then people get spooked, and then if the market gets spooked, people act in ways that may not be predictable.
You know what,
And that's why
Roz?
stakes is so good. We're saving ourselves, stake and walk away. I think that's saving me from making that kind of mistakes.
Nice one, nice one. So, do we think that Hex is a better store of value? Let's
I
talk
do,
about
especially in the in the bear market, because you can't sell it. You're locked up, and then you got a stake coming out, and the price going up, and you go, oh hell yeah, this is awesome.
Love it. I don't even look at my stakes because I'm like, it's better for me not to engage. I'm like, I look at the claim date and I'm like, oh, remember, like, don't forget. But otherwise, I'm like, they don't exist. Like,
Don't scroll down on Hex Scout. Just stay on the upper partition. It's none of your business what you staked.
Yeah, I got Texan. My longest stakes are actually with Texan to pay for my girl's wedding.
Yeah.
You
know what mine's in? The party token.
Oh, really?
Pool party. I looked at it. There's 100-year staking option.
Oh, so you
Really?
No, I didn't do the full 100. I did 80 years.
Wow, that's cool
Wow.
though. I love that.
That's
'Cause
good.
everybody
That means that
says-
we have people with a lot of Hex who's going to be like staying there for a long time. That's good.
Aubrey de Grey better make that potion.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Rose, what do you think? What do you think about Hex versus BTC?
I mean, BTC, it's especially for people that are coming in more recently. I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I feel like I'm too late for that. Like, it just really depends on what's your purpose. At least for me, I think it's good to have a little bit of diversification. But as far as like a main holding, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me personally versus Hex.
Nice, nice. So for the people at home, like a lot of people that aren't into Richard Hart stuff yet or PulseChain yet, there's a Hex on Ethereum, which most people are kind of familiar with or have heard people talk about, but it was copied over onto PulseChain. So the Hex on PulseChain is actually new. And I might just bring up a chart. But do you ladies want to just go through, if there's anyone that doesn't really know about Hex, like what actually makes it valuable, like when you stake it? Like, why do we stake it?
Well, for me, it's very valuable because for me, my investment in Hex is for my children. It's not for me. So believe it or not, I am dangerous when I have things in my wallet, money. I spend it right away. I say I'm going to save it. I'm really bad at about that. So for me, one of the most valuable things about Hex is to store value for future generations. Well, my children are my future generations. So I think that's the most valuable thing for me. Besides that, it's way better than Bitcoin. So I think that's the most valuable for me.
Nice one. I'm going to bring up a
taking the
chart.
opportunity to still acquire whole units of crypto while you can is important. I mean, how many of you out there can acquire whole units of Bitcoin at this point? Some or most out there, maybe not so much. You're acquiring Satoshis and stacking them as high as you possibly can until you reach a Bitcoin. But for now, there is still the possibility of what Georgia was talking about, putting that time and locking or staking it away. And then you're able to acquire whole units via your T-shares. So you get paid for your time back, which is why we all love this thing, right?
Nice one. Nice one.
Yeah.
So there are incentives, obviously, if you stake it for longer, stake bigger amounts. So this is Hex on PulseChain. So it's relatively new. So if we go to like a monthly chart, you can see like it's PulseChain launched on May the 13th. So it's not been around that long. So when people on crypto Twitter talk about Hex, you've got to try to figure out which one they're actually talking about. And if you think, oh, I'm too late for Hex, or it went down all this, and it's like, well, Hex on PulseChain is actually really new. So the price action at the moment, we're at 1.9 cents. The highest it went to, we won't count like the wick there, or even if you do count the wick, the highest it's been is like, including the wick, is only like 4 cents. So It's still like early days. I think I'm no TA expert, but it looks like it's going nicely and it continues to pump. Like if we go on a 4-hour chart, right? I don't know if you guys can see this. What should we call this? What do we refer to this in the biz, ladies?
The God candle.
It's a big green dildo. Like, let's just be honest.
A big green candle.
Influx of liquidity.
It's like
Candle.
a pump. This is what we call a pump daddy candle.
Electrocardiogram. It's a nice electrocardiogram of someone watching the charts. That's what I look.
Pump Daddy's been helping us out, and I've actually got a couple of videos. Stop sharing that one that I want to show you guys. Money Gang Crypto's been keeping watch on how basically there's been like a lot of SAC funds that have been bridged into PulseChain to pump our bags. And it's an extraordinary amount of money. So this whole idea that people on PulseChain are trailer trash is it's actually PulseChain is backed by a supremely large amount of money, and people just don't realize it. And I want to bring up this tweet from go ahead, Georgia.
When you do that. Sorry, Sammy.
Sorry, go, George. I was going to say about the PulseChain trailer park.
Oh yeah. Let's get into it, ladies. Yeah, you
That's
go
hilarious.
first, Georgia.
Sorry, George. I just want to blurt that out.
Very briefly, while you look for that chart, we were doing a stream this afternoon in Spanish with the Spanish community, and we were looking live, and there was a transaction of 64 Ethereums moving to PulseChain, and there was another transaction right after that of 100 Ethereum ETH moving to PulseChain. So the money's coming in. Those are big numbers. Today, around today. I'm sorry?
What today?
Today it was around probably 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific Standard Time. The guys are experts. They're watching.
You said those amounts one more time, Georgia. How much?
It was one for 64 ETH and another transaction for 100 ETH coming into PulseChain. So
very nice.
Yeah, and they're following. These guys in the Spanish community, they're like forensic analysts of wallets. They're so smart and so good. And they were analyzing those two wallets, and most of those wallets on PLS, PLSX. And all the Richard Hart products. So I am tokens. I'm very, very bullish when I heard that, of ETH coming to PulseChain.
Yeah, Sammy, did you want to give those trailer park people some props?
Yeah, it's just funny that you brought up the PulseChain. The PulseChain's trailer hexagon.
And the joke is that we're from the trailer park, which I find in some ways I'm like, it's so funny because in some ways I'm like, this is actually legit funny. And in some ways I get my back up at the exact same time being like, no, I'm accomplished. No, you can't call me that. So it's like
so funny though.
And that's still funny.
Did you see the website? They have like a little song that when you go on there, you can play it, and it's got all the characters. And then when they tweet out, like there was one the other day with Gary Gensler there, and all the guys were lined up to punch his face in at the trailer park. It was a bizarre.
Oh no, that is hilarious.
I'm just thinking, I want to see SJ in that list. I didn't see her there, and she's actually the only one who lives in something close to a trailer. So make sure they add the wild SJ. She's not part of the ladies. So
Whoa. A bus and a trailer are not the same.
Well, but it's like it's kind of like that. It's a you know what I mean? It's something like on wheels that move. So God, I need to educate myself in that.
Oh, we're going to talk about this.
I love houses on wheels.
Lindsay, you were talking about that too.
Yeah, do you want to address it now? There's okay, so we're going to talk about we've kind of skipped the order of things, ladies, but who cares, hey? So we're going to talk about things that are actually projects launching on PulseChain, and because there's so much stuff, but this is actually super cool by Donovan, and we've all met Donovan, right? Like he was at the conference with Maddie. He's streamed with so many people. He's been generous with his time. He's got a heap of YouTube subs and Twitter subs as well, or X subs, and he's just like a cool dude. And he's launching this Pulse launch, which is Lindsay. Can you tell us more?
Pulse Launch is a launch pad, which is an incubator for new projects coming to PulseChain. And it's a way for the community to vote and vet these new projects that are launching so that we're not getting these, liquidity rugs and scammers and grifters and hucksters and all these, anyway, I'll get to the point. So
You don't have to. You can go roundabout.
it's a way for you to vote and vet on new projects, and also they give 10% back of the profits, back of the net profits, back to the holders of launch tokens. And tomorrow, it's launching within hours, less than 20 hours. So it launches March 2nd. Check the pinned tweet. I believe they have it pinned on their page for
I think it's 6 a.m. your time, Sammy, and it's 3 a.m. my time, and I probably will be awake because I'll be finishing work.
7 a.m. tomorrow?
No, 6
I'm on
a.m.
the
for you.
inside, it's 2 p.m.
Double check. Yeah, and it's 3 a.m. Obviously in America, it's like your PM, but it's our AM. So he changed the time. Anyway, whatever. It's your 6 a.m. It's my 1 a.m. No, my 3 a.m. I think it's going to be
with the
worth.
hours.
I'm excited about the initial rewards, if I'm honest, because whenever a project launches, you get all the airdrops and giveaways, and Dingo will agree with me. I'm like a free raffle kind of chick. So when a project first launches, this is nothing to do with Pulse Launch. I'm just speaking in general right now. The most that you can get out of most projects is that initial 1 week. It depends on the project, but there's often free airdrops. There's often a lot of incentivization to retweet or to get involved, and also to be clever enough not to get wrecked. So you have to kind of, and then sometimes you do the opposite. You sell it down straight away and then you regret it, right? Because it actually does really well. So that strategy can kind of work against you, but there is a lot of opportunities when it comes to a valid project launching. You don't want to degen into some rando project, but Donovan's not rando. And Pulse Launch actually has the backing of some major marketing campaign people. And so I am actually interested in holding that one longer term. And they've got this thing where if you are a person that has come up with an idea for a project, but you don't really have that background in marketing, you don't really know how to get it off the ground, but you've got devs, you've got the project, it's ready to go, you just don't know what the next kind of step is. They have a DAO whereby they kind of vote for what project is going to succeed. And by being involved in the coin or token or whatever, then you're part of that DAO and you get to choose what projects are going to be pushed forward. And then the project at the end of the year that most people vote to go forward gets a marketing package that's worth a heap of money. I think it's $75. It's something. How much was it? 75,000 or
75,000 United States dollars? Yes.
75,000 United States dollars to launch your project. Like that's incredible.
And
like,
the white glove service of the marketing team itself, which is worth you can't say fiat on that one. It's like that's priceless. Having that kind of service.
That's a big deal for PulseChain. Like that's
it's a huge deal. This is sorry to hijack that one for a sec. This is a way for us to get it's a way for us to get a larger capital interest of eyes on us without the volatility of venture capitalism coming in and whaling it up. This is a way for us to remain decentralized yet centralized in a way enough so that we have a voting system and that you can participate, and that way you can protect your community. That's how kind of I'm looking at it. It's like a you get paid to play protection system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I remember a mate of mine doing, because they do it on all different chains, don't they? And I know that they did one, and one of my mates got in, but he said, there was those early buy-ins. So for some people, they got in a little bit earlier, but whatever happened, when it launched, it just went like sky high, and then it dumped right out. But a lot of people made good money on it. But yeah, I think it's something that will go up and then come straight back down.
Yeah, and the people talk about, I can't get in early. This is a fair launch. He's giving people fair warning about the exact time that it's launching. So you can come up with your own strategy. Are you a long-term player, medium-term, short-term player? You're going to wait for the dump if there is one. Because like, let's take, I don't want to just like talk about heaps of rando projects because you all know I'm pretty much a Richard Hart maximalist and I just love Pulse in particular. I got my necklace on. I got the Pulse side showing because eventually everything for me turns to Pulse.
I got the hex side today.
Oh, you got the hex. Oh,
Yes.
balanced. Just so balanced.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I
so
got my
I'm
t-shirt on.
actually, and I use these
Oh,
other
nice.
projects. Oh, what?
Everybody has a hexagon.
I love it. Everyone's got some, and look, Rose is rocking it as well. I love that
Yeah.
t-shirt. My
That is
daughter has
nice.
escaped from her room. That's so cute. You want to cuddle? Yeah. Oh, bless. She's so sweet.
Yay, hexagon.
Yes, you have a
bottle?
hexagon?
Yeah, she wants a bottle. So guys, we're going to get into Richard Hart products. Do you guys want to talk about what PulseChain is while I give her a bottle and get my husband to look after?
Sure. So, wow, how about those prices? Go, Hopper, go.
Okay. PulseChain is a hard fork of Ethereum that was forked to increase the throughput of Ethereum in order to decrease gas fees. And originally was pretty much made to mostly to make it easier to stake and unstake hex, because on Ethereum, sometimes unstaking hex can be quite expensive. And they did not anticipate the price of the gas fees on Ethereum to get so high. But they did. And part of that has to do with the massive NFT craze that went on Ethereum, and you know, that kind of congested the chain and whatnot. So pretty much that's what it is. It's Ethereum with basically also a copy of every ERC20 that was on the Ethereum chain on the Pulse chain. So, you know, we even have things like P-DAI and, you know, P-stables, but, you know, you have your any token that was on Ethereum, and including Ethereum, which translated over to Pulse, is now on the Pulse chain. That acts pretty much the same way, but with negligible fees. So it's awesome if you're into NFTs. You can actually mint them without going broke. You can stake and unstake hex, hedron, everything. You know, every little transaction just doesn't really eat into your wallet. So it's just kind of a better Ethereum is pretty much what the Pulse chain is. And the bridge is free still right now. So
Is
that's
it?
cool. Yeah.
Well, gas fees are crippling. Some people I know had stakes ending yesterday and said someone was paying like $1,000 to end a stake in Ethereum. It's crazy. A lot of the smaller fish, and I have some really small stakes mostly. We're going to get priced out. You know, just won't be able to afford, especially, and it isn't even the bull run like the hyper bull. You know, so it's really. I mean, what? Ethereum Hex only pumped yesterday off liquidity. That's what KDP was saying. The PulseChain secretaries didn't buy any Hex on Ethereum, so I think Somi was saying that maybe it's just going to let it go, just see if the community will, you know, decide how the market's going to play out on the Ethereum Hex, because just a lot of people just won't be able to play around with it anymore.
Thanks, ladies.
I think it's just early.
A great job.
I think we're like early in that cycle for it. I think that we're early for people to be jumping into eHex right now. I think it's like we're a loyal game. You know, it's just hard to onboard. It's not as easy as it was to onboard in the past, and it's been much easier. Although it's funny because it's easier to purchase eHex, but it's harder to get people's minds wrapped around eHex right now. And it's harder to purchase PulseChain, but it's easier to wrap their minds around it. I don't know how is anybody feeling that way?
I think
go for it, Georgia.
Very simple. PulseChain was created to make crypto accessible to everyone. Crypto was created to do a peer-to-peer exchange of goods and funds, and that is what PulseChain gave us, to access to everyone to be able to do this kind of transactions and transition into the electronic exchange from fiat to the blockchain technology. So I think PulseChain opens the door for everyone to be part of the advance of technology, including money.
Nice. Rose, what do you think?
And builders too, and people that want to create products too. I think PulseChain, it's the perfect place for someone to come and be able to achieve the dreams that they have that probably most likely they won't be able to do on Ethereum
Nice. Rose, what
and
do you
any other
think?
chain. Security, everything is better. And you know what? PulseChain was created by Richard Hart, and that tells you a lot. It's someone who has an incredible clean background, an incredible knowledge, probably one of the most knowledgeable persons in the crypto world, and someone who has proved what he says. You know, he has the experience and he has the results, positive results from his actions. I think that tells you a lot, right? About the product.
Sure.
Definitely, Georgia.
Cool,
Yeah.
guys. So, sorry, Rose, go ahead.
It's okay. No, I was just gonna say, I mean, I agree with all of that. And I mean, back to what Lindsay was saying about ETH seeming, in a sense, I guess, unattainable in a way, or more challenging as far as like a concept. We're so early with PulseChain. I think just, yeah, I mean, there's just so much opportunity here. So
Absolutely. I want to shout out to the chat. We got heaps of cool people in here. Let's go from the top and just mention some of the cool cats. Jingo Wolf, he's my number one bro there. He helps me with the raffles. No, I'm just kidding. He teases me because he says I like raffles, which I do. We got ID. We got Bill. How's it going? We got Moondog. We got Maddie. Jumped in before. We got SMO Spider. We got Drix. How you doing? Moondog, Sandy, and Johnny's in the chat. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting. Appreciate you. And DJ Creditus, how you going? I hope I haven't left anybody out. If I have, I'm sorry. We've got a few more new people. Susie Q came in. Sandy's here. We got Hexadelic. Yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. So, guys, I'm super bullish on the RH ecosystem, and I can't tell you how bullish I am, because the fact that the SAC wallets are starting to bridge over massive amounts of money and buy up the coins is like, it is the most bullish thing that for me that has happened to PulseChain. Because if you think about the amount sacrificed is over $1 billion, right? And these tens of millions of dollars are now bridging in and they're ready to buy. I think they've only actually bought like maybe 500,000 or something, and yet the prices are just skyrocketing. Like in this last few days, I think we're up 20 or 30% on most RH products, even more. And I'll show you the I got this funny clip of Rand basically not refusing to talk about our green bubbles. I'll show you
Look at
guys.
the type of coins that actually landed up moving yesterday. One of the ones that landed up moving quite a bit yesterday was Doge. And I'll
Really, nigga? You'll see P Hex up 34 right there. Hex 32. Come on, man.
Like, what
Wow,
the hell?
how funny is Kuvon? He's hilarious.
I can't put it any better than that. Like, what the hell? But you know what's funny? He gets a slight sweat up when he has to talk about the bubbles now, because there's so much hex and pulse in the background of his green bubbles all the time. And he's like, oh, am I gonna talk about it? Oh no, I'm not. And then it leads to this internal battle and just like fury. Like I can just like feel the heat from his internal fire, which makes me just so bullish on Richard Hart and his products. There's so many people that that just want to fade Richard and the ecosystem, and people have to realize like no one cares about your feelings. Like no one gives a fuck what you feel. Like It's a blockchain, right? And like if something is going to do well and it has done well, and a founder can perform, then what do you think's going to happen? Like this shit's not rocket science, right? Like far out. That's just hilarious.
And
So
Richard's boasting. You know, I love the fact that Richard's boasting again, you know, like saying how good all his shit is, you know, just it makes me feel more bullish and more confident in him. You know, that's the old Richard that we know. He's in it to win it. And I love the fact that he's sent some DAI over, because the OA wallet is the king DAI holder, and it's sending it over to other chains. And I think Richard should send it to all the chains and take all the chains out so PulseChain can just kick it.
Yeah, so Moon Gang has been keeping track of this stuff. I want to share this video from Moon Gang because it's pretty sweet. Turn up the volume.
From that protocol is 6.70%.
Oh, we can do big screen.
It starts from 5%.
All right, just wait. There we go.
In a 30-day period, it's going to be making nearly $1 million worth of DAI. In a 90-day basis, it's making 2.42 million, which is interesting. That's on top of the 142 million that's been put in already. So we're looking at 342 million, and the APY has been moving. But if you actually go on this, it's like 6.41%. And if you're borrowing from that protocol, it's 6.70%. It starts from 5%. It actually could be more. This wallet yesterday that we covered only deposited 300K into each protocol. It was in Hex, Pulse, Inc, and PulseX, 3, 6, 9, 12, about 1.2 million. And that had a significant increase in the price, a 10%, 15%, 20% day, something like that. And this is just like what's been deposited so far. So yes, the yield can affect the prices and start to ladder and start to move the price up. But not only that, I mean, what comes from this airdrop? What comes from this, the reward of that airdrop? Airdrops can be extremely lucrative, especially if you have a lot of money to pour into that airdrop. The questions become limitless, really. You start to really question what are these 5D chess moves that are being made? Now, a lot of people say, hey, why didn't he purchase up ETH, man? Like, why didn't he purchase up ETH when it dropped to $800? The day that it dropped to $800, which was the low of this bear market, the day that happened was a month. It was a month before the court case came out for the SEC lawsuit. In my personal opinion, I think he knew that the SEC lawsuit was coming. I think that he was notified and knew that that was going to happen. So there was no movement of those sacrifice funds whatsoever to do anything in any protocol whatsoever. You're at that point. You're about to get sued by the SEC. You don't know if this could affect you legally speaking. Maybe you've got lawyers in the background who will tell you, or maybe you've not even hired your lawyers at that point. You don't know what's going to happen. So if you start moving these funds and you don't get the sign off from a lawyer, how do you know if you're going to be in the right or the wrong? How do you know if you won't get prosecuted? And it was literally a month after the bottom of E.
Sweet.
Wow.
It's like that dude's covering it. Like he's doing a banging job of covering things. But essentially, like the amount that people sacrifice for Pulse and PulseX is over $1 billion. And there's been a huge amount that have been bridged in. And despite the fact, so there's a huge amount that's been bridged into PulseChain, but the amount that's actually been bought is very small. But the price action is already very nice. And like, we're developing a very nice looking chart on Richard Hart products. There's a nice little like cup and handle happening especially with PHEX and Pulse, and of course and Ink is doing well as well. They're all doing really well. PulseX is doing well too. So I'm super proud of the chart, if I'm honest. I'm super proud of Richard and what he's done, because people sort of said, you're going to join all these things together, and they end up routing finally through eventually a big pool with, I think, PLS and DAI. So all roads are kind of routing through that kind of pool towards the end game. But then, so I sort of thought, like, you've joined all of your children together. Like, is this going to play out for us? Because there's 4 Richard Hart coin or tokens on PulseChain. Like, how's he going to do this? Like, how's he going to be successful in 4 coins that are joined together, right? But he's doing it, and he's doing it in real time. And like, it's just there's some chess moves going on that I don't quite understand, except that I know my bag's going up, and I'm getting money. Like every day, I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, cool.
Well, it's a whole DeFi ecosystem, right? The whole entire thing. I mean, we even saw with some of these centralized exchanges and their glitches, that at least hedge in DeFi. Meaning hold your funds in your own wallet, but you do need tools in order for it to be worth it, to do the whole pain in the ass of bridging over, which is free, so it's less of a pain in the ass. But it's kind of like Crypto is extremely hard for new people. There is a lot to learn, and emotionally, it's a lot for people. Like if you ever, sent $5,000 at once over something you're not sure about, that's terrifying to people for the first time. And so I know the answer, I think, to the whole PulseChain thing, where people will eventually get over it and do it, is that it's terrifying. The IPFS links, the newness of it all, the fact that it's a new Ethereum, people are quasi trusting it, and the SEC stuff. But it's one of those things where you pay your penance and having to have the gumption to go through and learn this stuff in order to be one of the first people in, because it's easy to look back and say, oh, I wish I was one of the first people that had this. It's like, yeah, but I feel like a lot of the first pioneers in some of these new tokens, or even like RH ecosystem, and I still consider it very early right now, is you have to do stuff that other people haven't done, and it's scary, but he's creating a whole DeFi ecosystem, right? That's what each of these tokens are. So it's incredible to see it come to fruition, have them start working together, ink going up. That's so bullish to me.
So I want to share. Go ahead, Georgia.
I'm just holding back. I am holding back so much, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to unleash myself. Guys, It's Richard Hart. Come on. It's Richard Hart. We got here because we believe in him. Do you not make this project incredible successful? He is going to win. There's no other way. You like it. You like the way that he does things. You might like it. You might not like it. But guess what? If he does things right, we're all going to benefit out of it. So get with the program, start complaining, and give the guy some credit. He was here. He did it once. He has supposedly unlimited funds, and he said he was going to take over. If he didn't prove to you in the past that what he says he's going to do it, I don't know what you need. I am Team Richard Hart. I am going to follow because I'm here, because I believe in him at the beginning. And I believe in myself. So if you believe in yourself and you believe in Richard Hart from the beginning, I guarantee you that he is going to win. And if he wins, we all win. So be patient and let him do his job. That's all I want. Sorry, I have all this energy in me that I want to talk about Richard Hart.
I want to make you single on the screen here. I just got to figure this out, and then how do I make you? It keeps on going back to
I don't know. Richard Hart, guys, stop messing up. It's Richard Hart. You are here because you believe in him when you started on all this journey with Hex. Do you really think that Richard Hart will drop the ball in a game that is his game and let us all fail? Hell no. This is Richard Hart. You have to trust your instinct. You were here at the beginning because you believe in him. I believe in you, Richard. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who believe in you blindly like I do. Maybe not. I'm going to be the only one. It's okay. I have 15 years to wait. But this is going to be incredible for all of us. Mad games for all of us. And we have to support Richard. We have to support Richard. We cannot let go. We have to still believe.
Absolutely.
Well said, Georgia.
I'm sorry. It's like I get tired. I have to hold back because everybody's like, oh my God, am I going to say something
hold back in life?
Yeah,
you get one life.
People say
it's Friday, Georgia. Let it loose.
It is Friday. They're going to say, you know what? I'm not going to say this because they're going to block me. They're going to make fun of me. They're going to say things bad about me. Are you paying my rent? Are you buying my crypto? No. So I'm going to say whatever I want. Yes, I do believe in other projects are a part of the ecosystem because he created PulseChain for everyone to come and be able to thrive and to move forward with what we want to do with crypto. But it is Richard Hart. Right now, the most difficult thing he's doing is just being silent. Just wait until they unleash him, until he can do and say whatever he wants. He's going to either come and laugh at us and say, what were you doing? I don't know. I just want to hear those first couple words that he's going to say when he's free. So that's all. Did I scare Lindsay away? Did she?
No, she had to go. She told us before time she had to go.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Yeah. So Richard, if you need anything from the community, like the community is here. If you need testimonials, whatever you need to help your case, like there are people.
Dude, I will go.
Willing and able.
Yes. As soon as you know what? Talking about that, the 7th is, the attorneys from both sides asked for, a continuance because, spring break and things like that. I imagine everybody partying in Ibiza, trying to come up, with a plan. But the 7th of this month of March will be the day that they have to provide their discoveries. Discoveries are all the evidence they have, everything they're going to be presenting. They both present their, give each other their packages of stuff, and then they agree upon, they give it to the judge, they locked it out. If they want to present more evidence, they have to request and get it approved. And they requested to move the hearing until, I believe, the 24th, 26th, or 27th of this month. So this month,
delays. Yeah, they're going to try and delay it. But you know what? Maybe we have our bull run and we all have our glory before the actual case go down. They want to delay it.
There were a lot of
Keep
movements.
Delay it forever.
There were a lot of movements on the wallet. So,
and become super, super crypto wealthy. Yeah, just keep delaying. Like, they think that they're playing like a very smart game, but I don't think they realize that actually they've already been outsmarted. So that's going to be watching that in real time play out is going to be extremely entertaining. Speaking of which, the highest of stakes is doing a sequel, guys. What in the hell?
Really?
They are?
Guys, did you miss this? Oh, you've been okay.
I'm right.
They are doing a sequel. They sent out a series of posts. They're like, if you want a sequel, guys, this is how much money we need. They changed their tune slightly and they said, okay, well, perhaps we can do a sequel, and not need upfront payment. And they come up with a few plans. For example, you could sub to their Twitter, you could buy a box set, and it was just like in the form of like a poll to just gauge the community interest in different ways that they could fund a sequel. But yeah, it seems like they're excited to go ahead with a sequel, which is a clever move given the case that's coming up.
Yeah, I wish I will have more clarity on the money. When you do a documentary, most likely, especially when it plays for pay, they have earnings, and I understand they invested a lot of money on the documentary. So maybe if they will be more clear with, what they did on the first one and why we have to be part of the second one. Maybe they should do it a 404 NFT and we can buy an NFT and get part of. I don't know. You get creative, guys. I don't know what the technical part, words are. But also Tom Peter Gillespie is doing one. So we have more competition, more documentaries, more commercials, for more awareness of Richard Hart and the ecosystem. So the more the merrier.
I love Tom Peter Gillespie. I wish he would
love Tom Peter Gillespie
in his gown.
He's brilliant.
Like his robe, but he gets a bit shy with the robe and he only brings it out during his documentary.
He's in Australia right now.
I mean, I tried to get him to do the clip in the robe for Christmas, but he was shy at Christmas, so he did not. Guys in the chat, I'm seeing some cool people in the chat. So Hex Hades, if I got the right person, he's a cool guy. So yeah, so follow him on X and follow each other on X. There's some cool cats in the chat. Thanks for being here. Red Squirrel, he's got his NFT collection, which is so cool. The army squirrels, they're on point, man. Like, I really like them. Tin Top, how you doing? It's good to see. Sparky's there. We got Yaveen. How you going? It's good to see you all in the chat there. So yeah, in terms of the documentary, the one thing I want in the sequel, I don't want old footage because that happened at a timeline that's not now, right? So the idea of a sequel should be to go forward in real time and look at the case. So if you're using old footage, that would piss me off and I would not be enjoying that sequel. A sequel is something you're capturing moments in real time going forward. I don't want any retrospective stuff. That's my opinion.
Or behind the scene. Maybe they can go to the trailer park and see all the hexagons.
I want stuff going forward. I want as it happens, breaking news going. That's what we're about in crypto. We're always on the edge. You don't give me any retrospective stuff. Like, come on. So that's exciting. I want to take you guys. We are going to wrap up in 10 minutes, but I just want to take you guys to the PulseChain website just really quickly. So whenever I onboard, I'm trying to onboard with NFTs these days because it's just easier for me to onboard with NFTs. And whenever I onboard with an NFT, I'm like, hey, so-and-so famous person, I just sent you an NFT for free. And then I'm like, okay, all you have to do is go to pulsechain.com and here are the RPC details. So when you do go, the only place for official links is pulsechain.com. If you go to Google, you'll probably get scammed. And this is what I mean by the RPC details. It's set out here pretty nicely, and it goes through how cool PulseChain is. And you guys would have already mentioned this stuff. It's basically faster than Ethereum. And the main benefit is that the transaction fees are negligible. So you could release 1,000-piece NFT collection for like nothing. So that's what's going on in PulseChain. And we've got heaps of projects coming out. We're super cool. We actually are decentralized. Everyone says they are, but they're not. So majority of Hex PulseChain users, they have their own keys. They hold their own keys. This is the IPFS link. Hope you guys can see that. No, because I have to just stop sharing each individual screen. How annoying. All right. Share separate screen. Hope I take you to the right screen. Yep. We got it there, yeah. So in terms of like, this is what scares people. Like there's a scary link and it's called IPFS. Oh my God, I have to click a link. So instead of going straight to the PulseX website, so this is the exchange, right? On PulseChain, PulseX. It's our decentralized exchange or our DEX. So if you want to get there.
That stands for Interplanetary File System. So it's a
really?
Wow, I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, why is there this? Okay, let's just get into some technicals. Why is there that hash, that particular hash there? Does that mean anything? Keep going, Hodpro. What else do you?
Well, it's sort of a way to decentralize links. That's the easiest way I could put it without just being crazy. Because we have.
Now you want to go into some nerd stuff? Like, why do people have to press this extra link, and why can they run it from their desktop? Like, what's the point of that? Do you want to explain that?
I would say just the biggest point is decentralization. You're not centralized. You're not putting it upon one server. Necessarily. They even have the option of downloading. I believe, and I haven't done this, but I think there's a file that you can. Oh yeah, run it from your desktop. You can run it from your desktop as well. So you don't even necessarily have to. Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys remember we were talking about Coinbase swaps going down. It's like, well, unlucky for you if you keep all of, if your keys are on, you don't hold your own keys because they can just have some problem and then you're stuck with that. Whereas PulseChain being decentralized, you can run everything from your own desktop. So and that's just another layer of why we're decentralized for many reasons, but that's just another layer. So I want to take you guys to the farms. I want to speak about the farms and speculation about the future on the farms. And this is just pure me speculating, but it's another reason why I'm bullish. So I've got my Stream wallet connected. Too bad for me if it's not my Stream wallet. Haha, but it is. That would be very bad.
You have more feelers than I do on your what?
No, it's 2,000. That's not 2 million. This is a Stream wallet. All right. So here are the farms. So we got, let's have a look here. Let's see what farm we're on. We used to have the V1, the V2 farms. All right. So here are the farms. Here are the APRs on the farms. So when PulseChain, and this is V1, everyone. So V1 farm. So when you stake your LP token, you get paid out or you get given ink as the incentive. That's the V1 farm. The V2 farm, theoretically, you would be paid in fees rather than in the ink incentive token. However, the V2 farms currently, I don't think they're live as yet, but they might be. Farm types V2. Let's take a look at the V2 farms. Let's look at No, they're not. It's just the V1 farms. I'm sorry if I've got that wrong. But the V1 farms, you stake your LP token and then you get ink as your reward. And it's paid out in this APR. You can see the percentage here. So when PulseChain first came out, this APR was in the thousands. It was like 1,300. Now it's about 130, some depending on which farm, between 50 and 100% APR. So basically, my speculation is to do with the farms. I'm going to close this link and we can just have a chat about it. Is that it's so easy for Richo to make things more bullish later. Like it doesn't really make sense before the halving to go full bullish, right? When PulseChain first launched, we had to go full bull mode because we needed to get onboarding. Like this is the new chain, come over, you've got your free copy, blah blah blah. And so the APR was like insane, right? And the initial volume was insane. How easy is it going to be to improve the PulseX farm? So easy. How easy is it going to be to make new pairs and get new people coming in when we want? So easy. So even now, like Ink and PulseX are still hugely undervalued. And if you put those things in a farm with whatever pairs they're coming in, you can still earn some APR in Ink, and then you can compound your position. So I think there's a lot of room to move with the farms. Do you ladies want to talk about any speculation to do with the farms?
I think it's a great way to earn ink token without having to get rid of any of your actual tokens. It's fantastic. It's free money, guys. It's free money. And you saw what ink is one of Richard Hart tokens products. So you know what it did when it first launched. It went to the moon. So why does it now it keeps going up? What does tell you what you know? There's no way the token, if PLS, PulseX, Hex go up. There's no way Ink is not going to go up. And number one, isn't it? Don't we have a halving every year on Ink? Is that true? Is that what I've heard?
I'm not sure that we do. I mean, I know that the all-time high for Ink. So PulseChain launched May 13th. Ink went up to $70. And then Ink dumped. It dumped to like 50 cents, right? And then Hodprul and I had this stream with Briz and Clockwise Crypto and Trade Mode James. Unfortunately, the stream got deleted. But
our belief never wavered in Ink.
Yeah, it for me, recently it slightly wavered for me, and I totally regret it wavering. Because now I'm back to full bull mode, and I'm like, God damn, I need to get more.
Well, it's a way to get something for free. So if you do,
it's $4, and recently the all-time high is $70. And the thing is, buddy, you can see the percentage gains on Ink is outperforming the other Richard Hart tokens. So if you don't want to
beep, it's $4.87.
Exactly. And if you put that in a farm and you earn more Ink, and Ink's all-time high is $70, this is just a recipe for success. And then Richo comes in, again, speculation, with his wallet sacrifice or with his, his hex.com diamond NFT or whatever it is. And that's going to be tied to the farms and Ink. And the volume that's going to come in is going to pump. It's going to pump the farm. It's going to pump Ink. So, I mean, we need to get more bullish on Ink, really. And I'm
really bullish on Ink
together and get more bullish on
Ink.
It
might beat everything, to be honest. I mean, it has been overperforming everything of Rich's.
Oh, here we go. Moondog is saying something about Ink supply. Ink supply is a gradual deflation of emissions.
Emissions.
I wasn't that wrong. I wasn't that wrong.
I'll start again. Ink supply has a gradual deflation of emissions that acts like a yearly halvening of the supply inflation emitted each year. There we go.
That is exactly what I wanted to say.
Words. Anyway, Moondog.
Thank you, Moondog.
Down there. Thank you, Moondog. Thank you very much. So if you guys want to learn about PulseChain, whether it's inflationary or deflationary, it's actually disinflationary, which means inflates less over time, then go pulse.com and also pulsecoinlist.com. I think PulseCoinlist in particular does a frequently asked questions section that goes into that in detail. And it's cool because what you can see is that at the moment, our inflation is slightly more than ETH, although the inflation of PulseChain is very low. Can't give the exact number. It's very low, like less than 1%, I think. And it's just slightly higher than ETH. But over time, as the volume of the farms increases, then you can see the writing on the wall and it won't inflate as much. And it's extremely bullish for I can't say how bullish I am about the PulseX farms and what's to come. I don't know what's to come. That's speculation. But it would be so easy to make major changes in the PulseX farms that benefit users to PulseChain. Still super early.
We're very early.
we're going to wrap up, guys.
I was
Did
going
you
to
guys want
add.
to go through?
Rock
Yeah,
Moon
please
Dog.
do.
Oh, I was just going to, I was thinking earlier, I don't know why I didn't mention it, but with onboarding like newer users, Internet Money Wallet has made a lot of advances. And I believe Richard, excuse me, guys, I'm still
Oh,
recovering.
no. Doing well.
I think Richard had sort of pointed out, nodded his head their direction. The team's put in a lot of hard work. So it's
I had
just
to
a
go
lot
through some
easier.
legal, so many obstacles and so many jurisdictions with different legal requirements. They really did put in the work. And yeah, credit to them. And also, I think the Ox Coast team, they also, in a similar way, put in, and in my own head, I always get them because I'll be honest, I'm not a part of either. But in my own head, I could see the work being done and real work being done and for the improvement of the chain. And that was beautiful to see. Other major projects we should probably mention, although we're not going into it today, would be Liquid Loans, Power City, Icosahedron, massive ecosystems on PulseChain. We've got the Fiat Fame. We've got forks of Aave. We've got fork of GMX. We got a lot going on. We got Pulse Launch that's coming out in hours, actually, in another 6 hours from now. No. Take that back. It will be 12 plus 6, 18 hours from now. I hope I got my maths right. I haven't slept much, guys. Check it out yourself. Okay. Do your own research.
Do your own research.
Do your own research. It's not 18. It's actually plus 3. It's actually 21. And I'm probably still wrong. I'm sorry. Anyway, Pulse Launch is coming out. Figure it out. We got heaps of cool shit going on. People should get on board with PulseChain. Let's go around the room and let's close out. Georgia.
Thank you again for inviting me to your stream, for letting me vent out of my, my passion for Richard Hart here live.
Have you got more? Do you want to let more out? Because I can.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm saving it tomorrow.
No. Don't leave anything in the tank. Here we go.
God. Richard. Hold on one second. We need to do this. I'm not gonna put music because they might take the channel away. Hey Richard. Long time, huh? How are you? I miss you so much. And I'm sure there's thousands, at least, 400,000 people, wallets that miss you as much as I do. Don't worry, baby. We'll back you up. We love you. And you guys, the ones that trusted Richard Hart, the ones that were there from day one, still, you believed in yourself for making that decision, still believe in yourself. It's Richard Hart. Nothing's going to happen. It's going to kick everybody's butt. And you're going to feel sorry that you even doubted him. So for all of those out there, shame on you for not believing in yourself and for not believing in someone who have proved to you over and over and over and over that he knows what he's doing. And it's for the best of us. So let's help Richard Hart save the world, fix the money, or vice versa. And let's do it together. So that's all.
Oh, that was lovely. Thank you, Georgia. I love that.
Amazing.
I'm tired. I've been working till today.
Yeah, you've been working
I just wanted to say, guys, just so you know, the Lighthouse every Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's the regular one when I talk about anything going on. Where I'm going to have an interview with someone very, very important. It's the father of a student that goes to school with my son, a friend of mine, and he is one of the producers for Futurama and Disenchantment and other movies. And
that's
you know what?
cool.
It's super important because they talk about voiceover and what about the artist? And we have a lot of NFTs. They're moving into crypto. These guys can put a good word of crypto within the productions they do. So it's super important that we merge Hollywood with what we do here. That's a way of moving forward. And
that's exciting, Georgia. Congratulations on that interview. That's going to be so epic.
The next couple of weeks. So it's just going to be a chat. So, but it's good.
Aww.
See you tomorrow at 2:00 Pacific Standard Time at the Lighthouse.
I have to figure that out in Aussie time.
Don't worry. And also we have the 7 p.m. with We talk about sex, guys, but it's nice. It's nice talk. You need some education? Just come on. Richard, come over. We might
We
teach
did
you one
show
or two
that
things.
green dilly on the stream, though. I'm really branching out with my
Yeah.
sexuality.
That's good. Next,
Rose.
Rose. Rose.
Is this my outro?
Oh yeah, this is your outro. Oh,
It's
you
my
could, if you want to
outro.
go solo and you want to pour your heart out, I can facilitate.
Oh no, it's okay. Not this time. Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Next time.
Oh, thank you for having me. I mean, yeah, I am super excited for what's to come.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. Thank you for being here. You like pulled through for the stream. Appreciate that. Sammy, I want you to, do you want to have just an individual moment here, Sammy? I think you need one.
That's all right.
That's
You
all
know
right.
what?
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Well, I agree with Georgia. I love Richard too. He knows I love him and we all miss him. But, I really want good things to happen for Richard. And yeah, I know they will because he's awesome. But I try not to go on about Richard because I go on about him.
Why? Just let it out,
too
man. I'm
much.
sick of everybody holding back. Like,
But look, I think we're gonna kick it, guys. I'm feeling super bullish, and I'm so happy for all my gal pals, throughout the Hex community. And I can see you, girl. I see you, Ollie. I see you, Hexzone. I see you, Sandy B. I see you, Nico. I want all my girls to win, and there's nothing more that I want in my heart that I'm hoping for. And I know we're all going to win, and the boys too. Sorry, boys, I love my boys as well, and I saw you all too. And we've got so much exciting stuff to come. Shit's going to get wild, and just hold on to your hat, and don't sell too soon, and don't sell your whole bag at once.
Yes.
Yeah. Never sell all. And there's something else that.
Thanks for having me, Claire. Good to see you all.
Oh, thank you, Sammy. Thank you. Hodpro. And please let me know if you want individual time because I can facilitate that.
Give me the giant platform clause. Do it. Press the button.
Yes. Here we go.
Hi, everyone. It's me. It's my time. And I'd like to welcome you into my big rectangle. And anyway, I'm really excited about what's happening with the whole PulseChain ecosystem, where it's going to really end up being the best DeFi platform. And it really is. The PulseX will be the best DeFi platform there is. And be patient with how everything pumps and the method of which it's pumping, because it's, I believe, in an attempt to attract people in the most, in the best way to have the highest amount of users into this DeFi platform, so it can have a very long life, and that will end up having a long life for Hex, eHex, and pHex similarly, not at exact parity, but just because they'll be bonded by liquidity, so they're both going to be alive and well for a long time, and I can't wait to see how Richard ends up pumping his whole PulseChain ecosystem. So that's it. I'm back from the desert. You guys rock. Hog Pearl on everything.
I love that. Okay, now it's my time. Hi. So what I want to say is you do need to have conviction in your bags. There's a lot of people on PulseChain that have an extreme amount of conviction. So we are fixated in the best possible way. We have Hex stakers. Average stake length is 6 years. So people are in it for the long term. Many people, you'll hear 5555. And what does that mean? It means people stake for 15 years in Hex. The liquidity is bonded together. So if you buy any of the 4 Richard Hart products on PulseChain, they're all going to do well because they're bonded together in liquidity. And I just can't tell you how important it is to have conviction and how much conviction there is on PulseChain. We're not going away. It doesn't matter what happens with the SEC case. They want to draw it out. Good. We'll use it to our advantage. They want to make it short and sweet. Good. That's even better. So I would encourage everybody to put behind their feelings. The blockchain doesn't give a shit about your feelings. So Hex on Ethereum did a 10,000x. Whether you like hexagons or you don't, PulseChain, what do you think is going to happen? Like Pulse is the native token on PulseChain. So get with the program, everybody. You're still early. Like we're before the halving. So I would encourage everybody to have conviction and to go to PulseChain.com. And don't be scared of the IPFS links. Always use PulseChain.com for the official links. There's a lot of cool NFT stuff going on PulseChain, which I use to onboard people. And to close out the stream, I'm going to be showing you a video of my second NFT collection, which you can find on hexoacoin.com website. And that's not to say that I think you're going to make money off my NFTs. It's because I want you to see my artwork. And I think NFTs is a great way to onboard onto PulseChain. So everyone out there in the PulseChain community, keep onboarding. Adoption is key. Keep educating. Be patient with people. Be kind to people. Don't be rude on X. Nobody likes rude people. You catch more bees with honey, right? So we're going to bring the ladies back on stage. Ladies, I think we've had a great stream. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you, Klaus.
I'm going to, you're welcome. I'm going to close out with my NFT video of my second collection, which goes for 4 minutes. And I know some of you ladies have to head off. So as I play the video, if you need to head off, just go ahead, okay? And thank you all for being here. Here is my second NFT collection. I am David.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!